pretty much this guy walks out, and we thought that everything was cool, or you know, so we thought it was. All right, so at this point, we're just relaxing, having a good time. We're feeling ourselves because we made some money. And this guy, he comes back about 30 minutes later. And when he comes back, I thought like, oh, this guy's trying to get more food or something like that. And when he comes up, he just straight up asked me like, yo, like, where's my money? And I was pretty weirded out by his question. And the reason was that he wasn't drunk or anything like that. He wasn't on drugs. He wasn't high or anything. So me, I'm thinking like, what? But I told him what happened to his money, and he just wasn't satisfied for some reason. So he repeats the question again, where's my money? And same thing, I tell him again, that his money's gone. I don't know where it is. You gave it to every single person in the restaurant, so I don't know what to do at this point. Anyways, he starts threatening, cussing, telling me he's gonna stab me, telling me he's gonna make a scene in the store even though there's no one, telling me he's gonna do this, do that. And I thought, you know what, just to calm him down, I'll just give him the money I have, just to help him start on his quest to recover every single piece of currency he lost. And I thought, okay, so I offered him my money, and it seemed for this guy that my money wasn't good enough and he needed his money right now. And well, I mean, there was nothing else I could do. But anyways, my manager, she came in, and because she overheard us. And the thing about my manager, Marcia, is if you know anything about Caribbean people, all Caribbean people, is that you don't want to mess with them, right? Especially her, which is another story for another time. But Marcia, she comes in, and when I work with Marcia, I usually don't like to make a scene with other customers because I know if I do, she's gonna come in and she's gonna make it, I won't say she's gonna make it worse, but I just feel really bad for whoever's dealing with me, because she's basically gonna come in and she's just gonna ruin their lives. But anyways, she comes in and she's just trying to get a feel for what's happening and what happened, asking me questions, asking me questions. And at this point, she's telling him the same thing because she's lost, so she tells him, buddy, like, you gave your money to every single person in the restaurant. So at this point, he's still cussing, saying he's gonna do this, whatever. And at that point, she decided, okay, Chris, you know what? Just call the cops, and the cops will deal with him. So 10 minutes go by, we all wait, and he's like walking off or whatever. We thought he just walked off because most of the time when we call the cops, people just end up running away. But he ended up staying, and the cops came and they found the guy. So we pointed at him and we thought, all right, the cops are just gonna deal with him and it'll be all good. So the cops took him off to the corner. They were talking to him, and me, I'm thinking in my mind like, all right, like, this guy's gonna go off, he's gonna get written up or arrested or something, and life's gonna be good. And when the cops and this guy come back, something is off, because all three of them are laughing and they all look like they're best friends. They all look like they just came out of the club, they had a good time or something like that. I mean, I'm thinking like, whoa, like, well, why is this guy not being escorted out? He comes back and they're all walking through the lobby, and then they stop and they're having a little conversation. So I ignore them. And then when I go back to my cash, he comes up to me while the other two cops are talking, and I guess the cops are staring at him because they wanted him to like apologize, so that way like they could just get on with their day or get on with their night. And he comes up to me smiling and all that stuff, and I thought like, okay, well, like, I guess this guy kind of lost it, so he seems good. So he comes over to the counter, and the cops are way in the back just waiting for him to, I guess, to apologize to me. So leans over, shakes my hand, but as soon as he's shaking my hand, he grips it, right? So he's not letting go. So he's shaking my hand, he leans forward. While he's gripping my hand, he leans over and he goes from a smile to, where's my phone? And at that point, I'm shook. It's like my first month or two working here. I don't know what to do. I'm shook right now. I'm looking at this guy like, what just happened? And then he gently lets go, smiles, and then goes back to the cops like nothing ever happened. And that was really it. And basically, this dude leaves with the cops happily ever after, walking down the hall, and to the cops, I guess, it seemed like everything was all good. And to be honest, cops have a pretty hard job, and the last thing you want to do is make their life hard. So they do all they can to basically make sure everyone's fine, everyone's okay, everyone's friendly, whatever. So to them, they thought like, okay, like job well done, and that's it. But hey. So that's really it, guys. Nothing much else. There's more stories to come from that place, a lot more. But it's the first of money, and I have a lot of these stories. But yeah, that's really it. And probably a new video in a week or two.